Hi guys, today we're going to do my top 10 best games of 2012. And I'm not really that good with doing top 10s because it's really hard for me narrowing down my choices in 10, from the best, second best, third best. It's very hard for me. It's difficult for me. It's not easy. Well, it's probably difficult for everyone as well. And yeah, here we go. Top 10 best games 2012, 10 to 1. Number 10, Journey. Journey is a game that very difficult to describe. Has an amazing art direction. It was beautiful. This game is beautiful. There's no doubting that. This game is motherfucking beautiful. There's nothing that's gonna stop me from saying that. And when anyone comes to me and asks me, hey, why is Journey good? It looks like a piece of shit. I'm gonna say, it's art. It's the if someone is telling you, if asking you, is telling you in the phrase that saying that video games aren't art, I'm gonna have to say Journey is gonna be one of those games and I'm gonna make them play because it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful experience that I will never forget as a gamer. Without Journey, I don't think I would ever realize the beauty in life. Very deep. Number 9 is Darksiders 2. The most underrated game of this year by far is Darksiders 2, and it is motherfucking awesome. I love the series from 1 to 2. I like 2 a little bit more. The series has amazing lore. It's beautiful lore. It's just amazing. Has an amazing setup, has decent stories, amazing characters, well written dialogue, and it's fun as hell. 2 really stepped it up in terms of the gameplay. It was just more diverse. It's deeper than it was in Darksiders 1. And if I were to describe Darksiders to you, I would say God of War meets Shadow of the Colossus meets Legend of Zelda. That's Darksiders. And we're gonna add in Diablo in there now for Darksiders 2 because of the loot. It's amazing. I wouldn't say Darksiders 2 is probably this is the game this year with the best lore. Number 8 is Max Payne 3. This game had the curse of coming out the same day as Diablo 3, and yes, it's better than Diablo 3 by far. If I were to rate Diablo 3, I would give Diablo 3 a 7 out of 10. It's a great game, but Max Payne 3 is fucking spectacular. It did everything 1 and 2 did right, and it just hit everything else out of the park. The story is just better, the dialogue is better written, the gameplay is fun as hell, and they added a cover system, which just makes the game all the more deep and all the more fun. And this game may look easy from the gameplay you've seen, but this game is hard. It's challenging. The last few missions made you want to go, what the fuck, this game? It's an amazing game. If I were to say what's the best third-person shooter of the year, definitely Max Payne 3. Number 7 is Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 is the game that really showed me that Crytek is not only Crysis. I have played all the games, but not fully. I played Far Cry 1 a lot. I thought it was really awesome back in the day. I thought it was one of my favorite games back in the day. I played it again recently. I felt like it did not age very well. Far Cry 2, I didn't really get into that much. I played 8 hours of it, but it's not a lot for a Far Cry game. And it sort of got a little bit boring. It's not as good as Far Cry 1. It was fun at first, and the fire effects were cool to play with, but there's nothing really that stood out. Far Cry 3 is the game that showed me that Crytek is not just Crysis. Far Cry 3 comes along and says, hey, Crytek, we're still here. Far Cry 3 is better than any Crysis game I have ever played, and I only played 1 and 2. I never played Warhead, so I don't know. But Far Cry 3 is awesome. If you were to pick an open world game this year, I'm probably going to say Far Cry 3. It's the biggest world this year by far. Number 6 is Borderlands 2, my most played game of 2012. Borderlands 2, what else to say about it? Everyone loves it. Has amazing gameplay. It is addicting as hell. Just amazing. The co-op is insane fun. This is one of the most fun times I've had in a game all year long. Hell, even single player is fun as hell. And the story actually makes sense now. Handsome Jack is just amazing. He's a great villain. He's one of the best villains I've ever seen in a long time. He's fucking hilarious. Borderlands 2 has some of the best, most well-written dialogue in any Borderlands game, in any game to date. This is probably the best dialogue written this year. Number 5 is Assassin's Creed 3. Now most people were disappointed with this game. I was not. Assassin's Creed 3 was fucking amazing. Everything was just perfect. The story in Connor's perspective was awesome. The story in Desmond's perspective was okay. The gameplay is as good as it ever will be in an Assassin's Creed game. Although the parkour was a little bit subpar, it was still good enough to get you through the game, even though there were some awkward things that do happen. And there's just so much. The setting that they chose was amazing. I love the American Revolution setting. It's just really rise. The feeling of rising back to empowerment was really shown in Assassin's Creed 3. Number 4, Dishonored. Dishonored is my number 4 pick, and honestly, this game surprised me a lot. I did not expect to see a game this good. I expected to see, okay, a good game, but I got Dishonored, which was a masterpiece in terms of first-person stealth games. Dishonored is a game that showed me that first-person stealth games aren't dead. Thief's not the only first-person stealth game. We're here, and we're taking it back. Dishonored is just an amazing new IP, and it was very underlooked this year as well. It didn't sell very well, and I do believe that if a sequel isn't planned, Dishonored 2 is going to be the greatest game ever made. Number 3 is Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 is also the most disappointing game of the year in my opinion, but Mass Effect 3 is also the 3rd greatest game of 2012 in my opinion. Mass Effect 3 hits a lot of things right, also gets a lot of things wrong, but what it does do right hits it out of the park. Mass Effect 3 did a lot. Did a lot. It's an amazing game. It's a spectacular, although nowhere near as good as Mass Effect 1 and 2. It's still the great game that we all know and love. I would say that Mass Effect 3 is an amazing game, even with its shitty ending and no boss battle at the end and no clear villain. Number 2 is Halo 4. Everyone's gonna be mad about this pick. Halo 4, oh, you're fucking drinking the Kool-Aid. What the hell is wrong with you? No, Halo 4 is awesome. It had the best Halo story ever told. Master Chief felt human. You know how hard that is? Master Chief felt like human. He felt human. What is that? See that shit? God damn it. He felt human. That's hard. From a guy that known as just ultimate badass, he felt human. That was amazing. For me anyways. And my number 1 game of the year for 2012 is The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is my game of the year for 2012, and for many reasons. The story is amazing. It is the best story of 2012 by far. The characters, amazing. Clementine and Lee are 2 of my favorite characters in gaming already. The story is well written, the dialogue is well written, and episode 2 had an amazing twist that I did not see coming. It was building up to it. I was like, they're not gonna do this. I kind of saw it coming, but I was thinking to myself, they can't do this, and then they did it. Fucking up, amazing. And episode 5, fucking tears, man. Episode 1, awesome. 2, 3, and 4, amazing. The Walking Dead is my game of the year for 2012, and it is also a lot of people's game of the year in my opinion. The Walking Dead is game of the year 2012, and it is joining for the Game of the Decade nominees with 2010, and with the nominees, I'm just going to say the nominees so far are, for Game of the Decade, is Mass Effect 2, Dark Souls, and now The Walking Dead joined the party. So, there we go. That's my top 10 games of the year of 2012. See you guys next time. Bye.